The microwave turned on by itself at 2:13 a.m. No one touched it. No timer was set. And inside the glass door, a woman was standing. Not a reflection. Not a shadow. She was inside the microwave. Her mouth was open wide, screaming without sound, her palms pressed flat against the glass as if begging to be let out. Ethan woke up to the sharp beep, beep, beep cutting through the silence of his apartment. His heart dropped. He hadn't used the microwave that night. He hadn't eaten since dinner. Barefoot, trembling, he stepped into the kitchen. The microwave light was on. The plate was spinning. At first, he saw nothing. Then the woman moved. Her body bent unnaturally, twisted to fit the small metal box. Her skin was blistered and blackened, hanging off her arms like melted wax. Her eyes were wide, bloodshot, filled with pain and rage. She banged on the glass. Bang. 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 The timer froze at 0:07. The woman smiled. And vanished. The smell hit him seconds later. Burned flesh. Burned hair. Ethan vomited into the sink. He unplugged the microwave and shoved it away from the wall, breathing hard, telling himself it was stress, lack of sleep, hallucination. Then the microwave beeped again. Still unplugged. 2:13 a.m. That night was only the beginning. Every night after that, at the same exact time, the microwave came alive. Sometimes it was empty. Sometimes there were handprints burned into the glass from the inside. On the third night, Ethan heard knocking. Soft. Slow. From inside the microwave. With each knock, a whisper followed. "You watched me burn." Ethan covered his ears and screamed for it to stop. The knocking didn't stop. By the fifth night, the microwave door opened by itself. The woman crawled halfway out. Her skin peeled as she moved, sticking to the floor. Her jaw hung loose, cracked and broken, her teeth black. She pointed at Ethan. "You didn't stop it," she whispered. That's when the memories came back. Not dreams. Not imagination. The truth. Years ago, in this same apartment, Ethan had been a different man. Drunk. Angry. Laura had been screaming. He had shoved her. She had fallen. Her head struck the counter. She didn't move. Panicking, desperate, terrified of prison, Ethan had done the unthinkable. He put her body in the microwave. Turned it on. Watched. Listened. And walked away when the screaming stopped. The police never found a body. He moved. Changed his name. But guilt doesn't die. It waits. On the seventh night, the microwave door opened fully. The woman stepped out. Standing tall now. Whole. Her skin healed. Her eyes calm. She looked exactly like Laura. She smiled gently and said, "My turn." Ethan tried to run. But the kitchen melted away. Metal walls closed around him. The microwave door slammed shut. He screamed as the plate beneath his feet began to spin. The timer lit up. 0:07. At 2:13 a.m., the microwave beeped one last time. The apartment fell silent. The next tenant would complain about the smell. And the microwave would still work. Perfectly. Waiting. The microwave was gone when Ethan woke up. Not moved. Not broken. Gone. The space on the counter was clean, dust-free, like it had never existed. For a moment, Ethan laughed. A shaky, relieved laugh. "Just a nightmare," he whispered. Then he noticed the smell. Burnt metal. Burnt skin. It was inside his throat. Inside his lungs. He ran to the bathroom and vomited until his eyes watered. When he looked up at the mirror, he froze. There was a burn mark on his cheek. A perfect square. The size of a microwave window. Ethan staggered back. "No," he whispered. The apartment was silent. Too silent. No traffic. No neighbors. No hum of electricity. Then the beep came from behind him. Soft. Close. He turned. The microwave was back. Standing in the middle of the kitchen floor. Plugged into nothing. The door slowly opened. And something inside breathed. Not her. Him. Ethan heard his own voice coming from inside the microwave. Crying. Begging. Screaming his name. He slammed the door shut. The screaming stopped. His phone buzzed. A message. Unknown number. 6 nights left. His hands shook as he dropped the phone. The microwave began to hum. The light flickered. Inside the glass, he saw flashes. Not Laura. Memories. Her burning. His hands on the door. His face watching. Smiling. Enjoying it. "No, that's not me," he said. The reflection smiled wider. The microwave dinged. The door opened again. This time, the woman wasn't burned. She was wet. As if pulled from boiling water. Her hair clung to her face. Her eyes were empty holes. She crawled out slowly, leaving a trail of blackened skin behind her. "Do you remember the smell?" she asked calmly. Ethan collapsed. She leaned close. So close he could feel heat radiating from her skin. "You stayed," she whispered. "You watched. You waited for the screaming to stop." Her fingers touched his chest. The skin blistered instantly. Ethan screamed. The kitchen lights exploded. Darkness swallowed everything. When the lights came back, he was alone. But his chest was burned. Not random. Letters. Property of microwave. That night, he didn't sleep. He sat in the corner, watching the kitchen. At 2:13 a.m., the microwave turned on. Inside it was his apartment. A tiny version. And inside that tiny kitchen, a tiny Ethan was screaming. Burning. Spinning. The real Ethan understood then. This wasn't haunting. This was sentencing. And the microwave was hungry. Ethan stopped trusting reality. Time no longer moved forward. It circled. Like the plate inside the microwave. The burn on his chest throbbed with heat, glowing faintly in the dark. Every time he breathed, it felt like metal scraping bone. At 2:13 a.m., the microwave didn't turn on. That scared him more than when it did. He sat on the kitchen floor, eyes locked on it, waiting. Nothing. Minutes passed. Then hours. At 5 a.m., just as exhaustion pulled his eyes shut. Beep. Right behind his head. He screamed and spun around. The microwave was inches from his face. Too close. The glass was fogged from the inside. A hand pressed against it. Then another. Then a face. His face. Skin blistered. Eyes melted. Mouth stretched open in an endless scream. The Ethan inside the microwave began knocking. Slow. Precise. Mocking. Knock. 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 With every knock, the real Ethan felt something inside him shift. His teeth rattled. His bones vibrated. His phone buzzed again. Unknown number. 5 nights left. "No," Ethan sobbed. "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The knocking stopped. The glass cleared. Laura was back. She looked normal now. Clean. Human. That terrified him most. You don't get forgiveness, she said softly. You get replacement. The microwave door opened. Heat poured out. Not fire. Not flames. Memory. Ethan saw it again. Every second. Every scream. But this time. He felt it. The burning. The skin tightening. The organs cooking. He collapsed, clawing at the floor. When he woke up, he was lying on his bed. Morning light streamed through the window. For a moment, hope returned. Then he heard the hum. Not from the kitchen. From inside the walls. Inside the floor. Inside his head. The microwave sound followed him everywhere now. At work, the printer beeped like a microwave. In the elevator, the doors closed too tight, too square. At lunch, the break room microwave turned on when he walked past. Inside it. A piece of meat. Wrapped in plastic. Still moving. The co-workers laughed. Ethan screamed. By the fourth night, his skin began to change. Patches turned red. Dry. Cracking. When he touched them, they were hot. Cooking. He smelled himself burning. At 2:13 a.m., Laura appeared sitting at his kitchen table. Calm. Patient. She's learning you, she said. Who? The microwave. He shook his head. It's just a machine. She smiled. So were you, when you watched me die. The microwave door slammed shut on its own. Inside it was no longer empty. Inside it was a room. Metal walls. No escape. The future. Laura leaned close and whispered. 3 nights left. Ethan finally understood. The microwave didn't kill. It preserved. It needed someone inside. Forever. And it had chosen him. Ethan stopped feeling hunger. Food tasted like ash. Water burned his throat. When he touched metal, it felt warm. When he touched skin, it felt cold. His body was changing. Not dying. Adapting. The burn mark spread across his chest and arms in perfect squares, clean edges, like windows cut into flesh. Beneath the skin, something hummed softly. A low vibration that never stopped. He tried leaving the apartment. The hallway stretched longer than it should have. The elevator doors closed, but instead of numbers, the panel lit up with a timer. 0:59. 0:58. 0:57. He screamed and smashed the buttons. The doors opened back into his kitchen. The microwave sat on the counter. Waiting. That night, he tried to destroy it. He grabbed a hammer and swung. The hammer bent. The microwave didn't move. He unplugged it. It stayed on. He wrapped it in blankets, duct tape, dragged it into the bathtub, filled it with water. At 2:13 a.m., it beeped. The water boiled instantly. Steam filled the apartment. From inside the microwave, something laughed. Not Laura. Something older. Deeper. Hungry. His phone buzzed. Unknown number. 2 nights left. Laura appeared beside him, sitting on the edge of the tub, feet not touching the floor. You feel it now, don't you? She asked. The warmth. Ethan nodded, sobbing. It's learning your shape, she continued. Your fears. Your regrets. I'll die, he whispered. She shook her head. No. Death is mercy. The microwave door opened. Inside wasn't metal anymore. It was flesh. Pulsing walls. Breathing. A heartbeat synced with his own. Ethan backed away until he hit the wall. "I won't go in," he said. Laura's expression softened. "I didn't want to either." That night, he dreamed of spinning. Round and round. His thoughts scrambled. Memories repeating. Screams looping endlessly. When he woke up, he couldn't feel his left hand. He looked down. It was transparent. Inside it, bones rotated slowly, like food on a plate. He screamed. At work, no one noticed. They walked through him like he wasn't fully there. The microwave hum followed him everywhere now, louder, closer. By the final night, he couldn't tell where his body ended and the apartment began. The walls were warm. The floor vibrated. The air tasted metallic. At 2:13 a.m. exactly, the microwave spoke. Not in words. In certainty. Ethan understood. It wasn't punishing him. It was replacing Laura. Balance. Exchange. The door opened. Heat wrapped around him like arms. Laura stood behind him. "You'll still be here," she said gently. "Just, smaller." Ethan turned. "What happens after?" She smiled. "The next one moves in." The microwave light turned on. The plate began to spin. Ethan stepped forward. As the door closed, his scream was perfect. Contained. At 2:13 a.m., the microwave beeped. Silence returned. Months later, a new tenant complained about a strange smell. Burnt metal. Burnt meat. The landlord apologized and replaced the microwave. Brand new. Too new. At 2:13 a.m., it turned on. Inside the glass. A man was screaming. And the woman stood behind him. Smiling. Waiting.